You've just tuned in to the greatest podcast in the world right now, today, this second. It's And the Wife with Anastasia.
Here's a question I have. I want to get a parent's perspective.
Oh.
So, you had said earlier, Anna, you were like, Zoe said something, and then you were like, I am your mother. You know,
okay.
As if,
yes.
like, that implies you have to respect me or something. So.
Okay. Or something.
That's what my question is. So, I don't respect my mom. And because she has done actions like, let's say my mom hasn't done this, but let's say your mom is an abusive mother and she beats you or something, and she's like, or emotionally abusive with a switch, extra long, and she's like,
sounds like a dirty movie.
She's an objectively bad mother, right? Should the child still respect the parent just because they hold the title of mom or dad or something? Because my mom pulls that card all the time. She's like, I am your mother. You shouldn't be treating me like this. And I'm like, well, you have never treated me properly, and so I don't respect you. And just because you're my mom doesn't mean you automatically get that respect. So what are your thoughts on that?
Gosh, that's tough. I think that if you're in a dysfunctional relationship with a parent, then you should just distance yourself from that parent and not see them. But if you plan on having a relationship with them, then yes, you should respect them. So I feel like it's like, you can't say, oh, mom, I need you when you need a mom. Like, oh, mom, I can't cover my insurance this month. Can you give me some money? Or, mom, where's my Christmas presents? Or could you make me a hot meal? I'm sick. You know, you can't ask for her to do mom stuff if you don't want to do.
If you don't want to treat her as a mom, yeah,
yes.
I get that.
So if you are willing to give up the momness of your mom, then I guess you don't have to.
I think that's what he's trying to say. Yeah. Like, if your mother would never play the role of your stereotypical mother, like the loving, caring, like type of mother, do you still give her the respect?
No,
of, like,
but
like, do you just give her the respect like she's just another human being, or is it just like,
yeah,
you're my mother, we love you and respect each other because we have that kind of relationship? But like, I never,
like, I guess my ultimate question is, just because you're the mother, does that automatically give you that ground floor of respect? No matter what, I'm the mother, so I should be respected and not have to earn it. Like, you earn the respect of a stranger. Like,
no. I say no.
I say yes. But I come from a different time period where, yes, I respected my parents, and I still do. I curse like a sailor all the time.
Yep.
I love using dirty words. It's one of my favorite things. But I never curse in front of my mother. Never. I never have ever cursed in front of my mother. Even when I was a piece of shit teenager, I never.
But you guys have a good relationship. You've had a mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah, well,
I
think that's what Rob
on the flip side is, like, does that mean that you don't respect your children if you curse in front of them?
No, I feel like this is who I am, and you guys have to accept me for who I am.
So what does cursing have to do with respect?
No, because she doesn't like it. So to show her respect, I wouldn't curse in front of her because she doesn't.
That's what she's trying.
It would be disrespectful to her if I did that. So I wouldn't do that. But I go as far as I would never say anything to anybody that I respect that I don't think I can take back. Like, no matter how angry I might get with Frank, and no matter what kind of fight we have, there's stuff that I could say to him that we can't come back from.
Right. Yeah.
And there's stuff that he could say to me we can't come back from. And I would never, and no matter how angry I've gotten, I would never say those things to him.
You don't cross that line.
Yeah. So, I think, I grew up I think you guys are different these days. Maybe it's a different time where you guys think about that kind of stuff. I think
I don't think so, because I've never had that type of respect for my father.
Yeah, I think it goes from mother or father.
We never had that kind of relationship. Like, he was just there, but he wasn't a parent. And he never, especially when him and my mother separated, I always had to seek him out for a relationship, and he never did anything at all, never birthday presents, Christmas.
I know.
Never made any type of effort to see me or my family, his grandchildren or anything.
Yeah, so if that dude came in,
if he came up and it was
I'm your dad, you need to this, that, or that. You're like, what?
I'd be no, get
fuck
the fuck
out of
my
here.
face. Yeah.
So the specific example that my mom uses a lot is she'll be manipulative with it. She'll be like, I'm your mother. You should pay for my part of the meal. I raised you as one of my own.
No, should it be the other way around?
Should pay for my Chick-fil-A sandwich or something. And I'm like, what kind of shit is that? Pay for your own shit.
She just throws that in there at any time.
Yeah, I can't think of
that could be a whole different thing, Robert, when she's asking for you to do favors or gifts for her. This is a thing that chicks do, and it's really irritating.
Chicks.
But
Chicks, man.
They will talk about, when they get older kids, talk about their kids and what their kids are doing, how great their kids are. And even when it comes down to small things like, oh, my children make me a plate anytime we go out to somewhere, or my child just bought me a new car. And so then your mom's always comparing her kids to other friends' kids.
100%. That's 100% true. 100% have always seen that. And that's what really irritates me, because she literally puts her own self-worth into what you're talking about. She's a bad person, and she's a worthless person if she doesn't have that oh, my kids are so great, they do XYZ for me.
Yeah.
What if you guys were a bunch of losers?
I am, so.
But that's no.
Yeah.
No,
you're the only
here's
motherfucker that has a job. You're welcome, by the way.
Welcome.
The unfair thing about something like that is that her children might do other things for her that her friends' children don't do for them. And she can't identify that her kids are doing good things for her or positive things for her, and respect them for those things, because it's not exactly what her friends' kids are doing or better than what her friends' kids are doing. Yeah. And so I think it's really unfair when parents do that, because I have a parent.
It's very unfair.
Because it's I'm good to you all the time. Just because I'm not doing exactly what this other person's doing doesn't mean I suck overall as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. You suck. You're a zero.
And I go out of my way to try
to,
like I said, respect my mother and to do things for her in the best capacity that I can. And when she doesn't respect the fact that I'm doing that because I care about her and love her and stuff like that, it hurts my feelings, because I'm like, okay, well, those people's kids do that, but does that mean everything I've done for you doesn't count?
Right. Yeah. 100%. I feel the same way with my.
But if you are a parent who feels like your biggest accomplishment in life is your children, then of course you're going to put all your self-worth into how well you raise
100%.
them.
100%. She doesn't have anything else going on in her life. She doesn't have.
I mean, she's moved on, right? I mean, she doesn't really. She's not giving you. She's not your caregiver anymore.
No, not at all.
She's not making you meals. She's not hitting you up for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
No, that's why it's his turn to do that stuff for her.
No,
that's
I'm saying she should be out making her own life.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it has turned into, where it's my turn to do stuff for her, and she's pulling the mom card, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know, kind of my last years before going into adulthood, she just dropped off the face of the planet. And it's just like I had to raise myself and kind of my brothers from like the age of 17 up into, which I guess it's not like an 8, you know, it's not that bad, but it's kind of like, you know, it seems like you abandoned us. And I'm like, now all of a sudden you're coming around because you got your life together. And you're like, oh, well, remember before that I left you? Remember when I was, you know, I was so motherly and stuff? And I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't count. You threw it away. So you don't get it back.
Yeah, she threw it away and she needs to regain your confidence in her.
Respect.
Well, it's not just
That's what I'm saying. She has to gain. She has to earn.
Now. He's looking.
She has to earn the respect. She can't just have it because she's my mom.
Definitely. She does. If she left you, she abandoned you, she does definitely need to get back in your good graces because I mean, what does that say about you as a human if you decide, okay, no matter what kind of asshole you are to me, I'm just going to still love you? That's okay.
But a lot of kids are like that. They just
100%.
constantly want the love of their parent.
Yeah.
It's like it goes either way. It's like you either want you're constantly reaching for the love of the parent that's like absent, or you're just always pushing them away. It just goes either way. It's like, or you're okay with them not being in your life.
It's like that fucking Onward movie. So in the movie, it's a cartoon, I know, and it's for kids, but whatever. The thing is that the kid never knew his father. His father died when he was a baby or whatever, before he before he was born. And the older brother knew him, but just as a child. And all he wanted was his dad. And then he realized, oh, my brother's been filling in that role, that dad role, my entire life at the end. But what about his fucking mom? His mom had to grieve the loss of her husband, had to raise 2 little bastard children by herself.
Gosh.
From the time they were little. And one is a complete nightmare. And
they're both nightmare a different way.
But the thing is that they never touch on, oh, my mom, she was here and she tried to save these dumbasses the entire movie.
Yeah, they do touch on it. They do touch on it.
Her life,
how she takes care
to try
of her
to take care of him. But it was all in the end. Oh, you were here. My brother was here the whole time. Fuck his brother. What about his?
Fuck his brother.
They do talk about it in the movie. They talk about how, oh, we're not gonna have time for mom to see him, or
yeah, he cared about her seeing dead dad, but she has a new husband. She's probably not thinking about that fool anymore.
Yeah, her husband's a centaur, man. He's got it going on.
You don't forget about your dead spouse.
Sure you do.
Robert's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
You have to see Onward.
Her new husband's a centaur.
He's listening,
her first
I'm sure
husband was just a regular elf.
Crazy movie. I'm sure.
He's
just a
actively
regular
listening.
elf. The first husband.
No big deal.
He wasn't a centaur, and he was a cop centaur. So he had the mustache.
Dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the aviator.
He was a sheriff.
You know it.
Long flowing hair.
Yeah, he did have long flowing hair.
Yeah, he did. He had a long flowing mane.
But anyway.
He's her name in the phone said main man.
Yeah, and that what's that?
Because he was a centaur.
That sexy song came on when he would call her. It's
Pony?
a kids movie, by the way.
It was that Pony by Genuine.
No, it wasn't Pony by Genuine. It was
That's my song.
No, that's Frank. It was the oh gosh, the one Marvin Gaye song. The Marvin Gaye song.
It was Sexual Healing.
Yeah, Sexual Healing. It's a kids movie.
Hey.
Every time you would call her, Sexual Healing would
came
play.
on, and it said main man.
And it said main fucking horse.
Oh, no.
It's funny.
Centaur.
And they spelled
He
Maine
was a
like
centaur.
Maine.
Yeah, M-A-N-E.
It wasn't a terrible movie. It's just that the mom. It's
funny.
always like in these Disney movies where it's like whatever parent is dead is the one you're trying to reach and get to and all that kind of stuff. When the other long-suffering parent that had to deal with all your nonsense is just there, and no one gives a fuck about them.
Well, they do care about their
that
mother,
other
of course, but can you imagine, like, people always want what they can't have.
Yeah,
it's like because you fantasize about what it could be like.
Yeah.
People constantly fantasize about, like, oh, if I had just been with that person, this is what our life could have been like.
If I had just been with that person.
Or like people have like spring break and they meet someone at the beach and they're like, he was my one true love. You knew him for 2 seconds. It's like you are romanticizing the idea of this person.
Yeah, or that fantasy of being adopted. Did you have that fantasy
just
of being
a booty
adopted
call.
when you were?
What?
Yeah, I used
Who
to have
has
that fantasy.
that?
What?
I used to have that fantasy. I was adopted.
Being adopted?
And I was really a princess
Hold
or
the phone.
something. What?
Start from the very beginning.
You never had the fantasy you were adopted?
No.
That is incredibly depressing.
You were watching.
It's incredibly
You
depressing.
were watching
Okay,
Different Strokes
wait.
too much. You were trying to move in with a rich parent and,
Yeah.
and Park
Robert,
Place.
did you ever fantasize about being adopted? Was it just me? My two best girlfriends, when I was in like middle school, we were always at one of them's house, and I really liked their parents, and they were really great and really nice, but they were not like parents to me. But yeah, both of those chicks wanted to screw my father.
Whoa.
They were both.
What?
They both had crushes on my father.
Whoa.
One of them
Okay,
all
well,
the time.
what
They
kind
probably
of-
didn't want to screw him. They just thought he was
loose
cute.
No.
co-friends did you have?
Like some of my friends think that my dad's handsome.
Why would you say that to him? Don't let him know things like that.
I already know I'm handsome. I don't.
Yeah,
need
you
some
don't gotta
You
say
don't
that.
know
girl to
a bunch
tell me.
of 20-somethings
She's
are
not
after
a teenager.
You. No.
Do you know how old
I
I am?
already know I'm handsome. I don't need some 20.
But if you know there's an actual 20-something out
didn't we
there,
just
like,
talk about
ooh,
this the other day?
I can
About
get that.
I can't help but being sexy.
Oh,
You can't help
Lord
but
have
just
People are
mercy.
just
attract all the
attracted to me.
ZJs.
So
Yeah,
you
ZJs are getting thrown at me.
I
ZJ
never
magnet?
I never told
I'm a ZJ
my
magnet.
father, oh, my two best friends are really into you, and they think you're super cute. I didn't
well,
tell my
you guys
mom.
didn't
It was
have
like
that kind of
super
relationship.
gross.
But you'd be like, "Hey, guess what?
It's super,
Amber really wants to get on."
I thought
you.
it was super gross. I was like, please don't talk about my dad like that. It's making me sick.
You're like,
My
huh?
father.
All right, but let's rewind.
I mean, yeah, I
You had a fantasy about wanting to get adopted.
I didn't want to get adopted. I thought I was adopted by my parents, Frank.
You thought you were
I
adopted.
thought
Yeah,
you were saying
okay.
like your
I didn't wanna
fantasy
be
was
adopted by
getting
anybody.
adopted by somebody better.
I thought
I thought
worse.
that's what you were saying too. That you'd
No,
be a
Yeah.
princess.
That's
was
exactly what I thought
adopted.
you were
You
saying.
said you wanted. You
All
were
right,
a
was
princess.
get your rewound because no, I thought I was adopted. I was adopted by my parents.
Where'd the princess part come in?
I was a
then?
princess somewhere, and they lost me.
Oh, I
and
see.
They need
you
to
were
find me.
adopted by your
By my own
current
parents.
and then you were gonna find out in your teens that oh shit, I'm
Yeah.
a actual princess
or
from
something, or just somebody wealthy. It would have been
or
nice.
something.
My parents did okay.
So you
but
thought you were Rapunzel?
So
Yeah.
I was gonna say that for your first, what everyone else heard, like, have you ever fantasized about being adopted by someone else? I've had maybe that where it's like, I wonder what it would be like if I had been adopted and I, was raised in something in
Different
some
parents.
better life. It's, like if I was raised in the South or something and I'm like fucking milking cows on the farm or some shit. But your fantasy about, I wonder if I'm adopted currently.
yeah.
I never fantasized about it, but I was like,
I don't think
wonder.
that's a fantasy. I think that's just like some kind of insecurity.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder.
Gosh.
Like my
If
real
there's a
parents gotta
secret
come pick
double
me up
life.
one day. These motherfuckers.
You know what I do?
Yeah, actually, I thought for a little while that I was adopted
Why?
because my siblings would constantly say that I was.
What the fuck is wrong with your sisters, man?
It's like, you're so white.
Wow.
Of course you're adopted.
Dang.
Well, I look so much like my brothers, and we look so much
Yeah.
like our parents. There was
You
no
guys look
fucking
like
question.
each other's Daves.
All the time, all of the time, we get the question: are you guys triplets? Are you guys twins? Almost every time we go out to eat, we get that.
Well, you
question.
guys are all about the same height too, right?
Yeah, me and my little brother
mean,
are
You
almost
guys
identical.
like visibly look like you're different ages, though. I mean, from the pictures
Yeah.
that I've seen.
Well, I don't think you see my brother lately. He's all like skinny and
You jealous of him?
dude, he's so sexy, dude. I'd fuck him.
You're like he's ripped as fuck.
whoa.
Ripped as fuck.
Even if you are
he's
adopted.
he's like a winner now, dude. It's crazy.
He's a winner now. Is he
Yeah.
8.5 or 9? What is he?
Dude, his girlfriend is fucking smoking. He literally was like, he never had a girlfriend all through school. He was like 350 pounds all through growing up. He was always like the fat
He was a
nerdy.
Tree-Fitty Dry.
He was a Tree-Fitty Dry, and he was always like, friend zoned by girls. Never had any chance in hell of getting a girlfriend.
Sucks for
Man.
him.
Now it's all about the bitches.
And now
it's hoes in different area codes.
he's got like this fucking 9 out of 10 sorority chick girlfriend, and that's his first girlfriend and his first girl he lost his virginity to, and like his first kiss. Like that's the
great 10?
baseline, and she's like
she's
9
a
or
9.
10.
Oh, dude.
She's not a full 10 though.
Nah, she's
His
not.
next girlfriend.
She's
would be
probably
full
very
10.
boring.
Well, to him, she's a fucking million.
Yeah, to my brother who's never like so much as touched a girl for 20 years.
His first
Might
titty
as well
was
be
a
a
10?
27 out of 10. You know?
27 out of 10.
I mean, you take what you can get.
Yeah. So.
Well,
it's all
I mean, he
winning.
got a 10 straight out
I know.
of straight out of high school.
Yeah.
It's nice for him.
That was the best thing that ever could happen to him was graduating high
Yeah,
school.
but he had to go through the trials to get there.
Oh yeah, he lost 100 pounds.
So, but you think it was better for him that he started out a piece of shit? And
Yes.
He was a
I
piece
think
of
so.
shit. He was
I
just
genuinely
fat.
think
like,
it's better.
grew into that.
I genuinely think it's better for everybody. Like obviously
Dude,
I don't think it's best for
the chicks looked at him or didn't look like him like he was a piece of shit. Like they just walked by him, didn't give him the time of fucking day, didn't
Yeah.
even make the friend zone.
Yeah.
He's below the friend zone.
Gosh.
Yeah, but then he gets out of high school, goes to college,
He's in the
gets
shadow
ripped,
zone.
and now like bitches all around.
Yeah. Exactly.
How shallow.
You know, I don't like when guys are ripped. It's very intimidating.
He's not ripped. He's not ripped. He's just in shape, you know? He's like he doesn't have abs or anything, and he still has like some loose skin because he was like 150 pounds more. Tree-Fitty
He was
before.
Tree-Fitty Dry.
But you know, he's like a normal weight now. So
But I guess he must be handsome in the face, right?
well, you see me and he looks like me. So
he looks like you, but tighter.
Send
looks
pics.
like me but more slender.
I'm
There's
gonna
always
replace.
ways to
I'm
see
gonna
pictures.
replace his girlfriend.
Oh wait. Hold on. Send pics.
Where is he right now? Is he at home?
He's up in
everybody?
Oregon.
How old is he?
Oh, because he lives in an apartment, right?
Yeah, basically. With his classmates kind of.
Cool. I need that area code actually.
Yeah, real
Yeah,
quick.
she needs
It's,
to mark that area code off of her list.
Corvallis. Oregon.
Corvallis. That's not a real city.
It's not.
That
It's a
doesn't
college
sound
town.
Where's he go?
OSU.
Oregon State University.
Oh, a public school.
Oh,
Public school. What are you talking about?
Public school. What's their mascot?
Beaver.
Yeah, the Beavers. They're aren't they Pac-10? No, they're not Pac-10.
They
they're,
are?
They're big on football.
I think they're Pac-10. They might be.
Like they're
Pac-12.
when they were playing football, they were on
Yeah,
on
exactly.
TV every weekend.
He lives right across the street from the stadium, dude. He's got a pretty sweet location.
Oh, he's baller status.
He's baller status. Yeah, so he's all cool now. He's got straight
Very
A's and he's
exciting.
all fit and healthy and shit. So now I'm the loser.
Well, where's he working right now? He's not going to school.
No, he's
not working.
he's taking online classes, but he's got an internship this summer for some financial institution.
But
probably
he's
not
not
gonna
making any
happen.
money, is what you're trying to
No,
tell me.
it's a paid internship, and he's paid as much as I am right now.
Motherfucker. You
That
are
happens.
the loser compared to him.
He's a winner, but it's okay. I love him. He's my closest
Oh.
sibling. I'm not as
Oh, he
close with
loves
my
his
older
brother.
I do. Me and him are like this. I taught that boy everything he knows about the real world, all the street
Yeah.
knowledge. You got that from
you-
me.
So now he knows more about ZJs than you do.
No, we're the same.
I
I used to be. He weighs now. He looks now like I did my senior year in high school. That was like my formative year. Senior year in high school, I had all the bitches. I was doing all the drugs.
Especially cocaine.
I've never done coke. I've never done coke, but
Especially
could have.
cocaine.
It was like
Cocaine. Cocaine.
no, it's like that
Cocaine.
Freud show I'm watching. Freud is hopped up on cocaine all day,
Of course he was.
all day, every day. Freud
day.
is just
How historic is this show supposed to be, though?
I don't know, but he's just he's like, hey, you seem stressed out. Just have a little cocaine. Here's a little coke. Like, what is
Help you
happening?
relax. Like what the fuck?
And yeah,
No, just Coke. Coke's
Why
the
don't
answer
you-
for everything.
yeah, coke is the answer for everything.
Have a
You
little cocaine.
thirsty?
Yeah.
Here's some
You thirsty? Have some Coke.
Have some coke.
You know they put cocaine in like cough syrup back
Yeah,
in
they
the
put cocaine in everything.
Cocaine was everything.
Cocaine.
Remember the the cod liver oil had like
Yeah.
8% alcohol in it.
Like, what?
Yeah,
Cod
cod
liver
liver oil is just straight up alcohol.
Put those kids right to sleep.
They went straight
That's
to
why
bed.
people give it to
Yeah,
their
there wasn't
kids.
a punishment for
now
the
I
kids.
know why my
it
mother
was,
was giving me the cod
it was
liver
an
oil.
award for the parents.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, you want the cod liver oil, eh?
No,
Give it to the kid, they pass out.
Wait.
8% alcohol is
Cod
more than what's
liver?
in beer.
Yeah, cod liver oil
Oh, dude, that sounds nasty as hell.
plus 8% alcohol.
Yeah.
Plus.
Knock them kids right out. It was a Tree-Fitty Dry.